Hello everybody, hope you're all keeping really well and welcome back to the Infinite Baffled channel. My name is Niall and today we're going to be bringing you a video on a subject that we've not covered for quite some time, and it is quite simply headphones. We've not done a headphone video for at least a couple of months now, as far as I can remember, when we thought what better time than to bring them back to the channel than with the launch of the brand new Grado Classic range. You can see behind me here we've got the RS1 X2 model. To give it its full title, the Grado Classic RS1 X2. Lord knows why they make these titles so long. I think it's just purely to keep us lot on our toes, to be honest with you. But yeah, we've had our chance to play around with them this week and we thought we'd do a video talking about them, the changes, how we found them, all that kind of good stuff. As always, if you do enjoy the video, guys, it would mean a lot to us if you continue to show your support on the channel. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new for weekly hi-fi content, and let us know your thoughts on the RS1 X2s or just the new Grado range in general, if you have had a chance to listen to them. But yeah, these are very exciting, to be fair, the RS1 X2s, because they are based upon, I believe, well, it is the original RS1, definitely, but I think the original RS1 was the first Grado headphone that actually incorporated this kind of wooden ear cup design. So kind of the headphone that started it all, really, in terms of what Grado are known for in the modern market, definitely. And they've got upgraded drivers, which Grado claim bring more clarity, balance and detail. So all of that we'll let you know on into the further into the video. But yeah, let's start off with some of the basics, shall we? Despite the fact that these have launched alongside a couple of other classic headphone models that Grado have released, I think a lot of people, and I would agree with this, would describe this as more of an evolution of an existing product rather than Grado releasing a brand new range. I mean, anyone that's familiar with Grado on the whole will look at this and say, yeah, all of this looks very, very familiar, whether it's the packaging that it comes in, whether it's the actual style of the headphones themselves with the wooden cups, the leather headband. All of this feels unapologetically Grado, and yeah, if you've had any of their headphones in the past, as I say, this will be very, very familiar to you. The RS1 X2s here are an open air, on-ear dynamic headphone designed to really stick to the principles that people know and love when it comes to Grado. So if you're familiar with the kind of sound that they typically offer, they're trying to take that and with the new driver design, just elevate that to that next level. One thing that is actually really interesting with the wooden cups and the whole design of the headphones is that it's actually what Grado call a tri-wood design, because there's actually 3 types of wood that go into manufacturing the cups here. There's maple, there's hemp, and then there's cocobolo, and each one of those is designed to bring its own little strengths to the table, and as a combination, give you a really beautiful, natural acoustic experience. The maple is designed to give you a bit of strength and structural stability with the headphone. The cocobolo is there to help shape the tone, and then the hemp is there to add its damping qualities. And again, all of that comes together to add to the overall presentation. On top of the fact that they bring all these sonic qualities to the table and the actual physical feel of the headphones as well, these design choices do also mean that they just look super unique. I mean, I think I mentioned it at the start of the video, but a Grado headphone, you know it immediately when you see it. There's nothing else on the market that really looks like these. When you first pick up the X2s, I think the immediate thing you'll notice as well is just how lightweight these feel. And I think that is something that's very, very important when it comes to headphones, because you want them to be comfortable. You want them to almost be on your head without you even realizing that they're there, if that makes sense at all. And whilst on-ears aren't my personal preference when it comes to headphones, I actually usually much prefer an over-the-ear design. I find them to be more comfortable and more engaging compared to an on-ear. These are undoubtedly very comfortable, and again, I think the fact they're so lightweight helps with that. You've got the classic Grado leather headband, and also another feature that is unapologetically Grado is the fact you've got the foam pads here, which again, I think can be a little bit divisive. I know a lot of people choose with Grado headphones to actually get these removed and put leather ones on there, which I think if I was to be purchasing these would definitely be something that I would look into, because supposedly it does change the shape of the sound a little bit, but also the foam ones, again, some people seem to find these super, super comfortable. For me, I prefer a leather and I prefer it to be over the ear. So again, that's going to be massively down to personal preference. The adjustment, again, it's a really kind of primitive and simple mechanism here where you just slide the cup up and down. But a very simple design, a very lightweight design. And as I say, for an on-ear, which I'm not usually a big fan of, very, very comfortable as well. In my mind at least as well, these are definitely a headphone that Grado have designed to be a kind of desktop at-home listening experience rather than something that you're going to be taking on the go with you. I mean, you can't really fold them down. You can obviously twist the cups a little bit, but there's no way to make them smaller to put them in your bag, and they don't come with a carry case, which again I think kind of tells its own story. I'm sure there will be some people out there that will buy third-party bags and kind of use these with a portable headphone amp DAC, but to me these are definitely something that Grado have designed with at-home listening in mind over anything else here. I will mention at this point, before we get into my experiences with listening to the X2s for the very first time, that I will put a link to them in the description down below. That'll take you to audiophile, where you'll be able to see all the specifications as well as the listing itself in all of its glory. That's where, as always, we do all of our listening, all of our testing, so be sure to check that out for any more information you might need. When listening to the X2s, we did all of our listening via the Goldnote HP10 headphone amplifier and streamed our music via Tidal. A lot of people will say that's a little bit overkill, really. I think you've obviously got the Grados coming here at £749. The HP10, I believe, is around the £1,500 mark, so maybe a little bit overkill, but we really wanted to see exactly what the headphones were capable of. And I think from the moment that I put them on my head, I was thoroughly impressed, as we'll get into now. So with any headphone, the first thing that you're going to notice is just the comfort in the fit. And I've already mentioned briefly, just I found these to be very comfortable, but I am going to stress that again because I do think that's a key component when it comes to headphones. I've mentioned it in previous videos, in other headphones that we've covered, but there's no point having a headphone that's not very comfortable and sounds great at the same way there's no point having a headphone that sounds awful but it's really comfortable. You've got to have both things in place to make a really good headphone. And again, I was really impressed with these. They fit my head perfectly well. I can only speak for my head here, of course, but again, you've got the ability to adjust. The pads felt absolutely fine. And again, for someone like myself that isn't usually a fan of an on-ear design typically, I was really impressed with them. The lightweight feel, they kind of melt away onto your head and you soon forget that they're even there, to be honest with you, which is as big a compliment as you can pay to any headphone, I think. When it came to the first thing that I was noticing in terms of the sound and the presentation, I think the first thing that really jumped out to me was just how open these sound. I mean, for such a small ear cup, you put them on and the sound really feels like it's everywhere around you in your ear. The spatial awareness of them, the staging of them, that side of these headphones is absolutely brilliant. You're really able to pick out different instruments and different elements of the music that you're listening to. I did find that they lacked a little bit on the low end, not to the point where there was no low end there at all, but they weren't kind of digging out the really low lows. It was more of kind of a precise, accurate low rather than a really beefy one, which again is something that I'm not completely against, to be honest with you. But if you're someone that's looking to have some thumping bass with dance music, I don't think these are the kind of headphones that are really going to show that off in the best light. When we first put them on, I was listening to things the likes of Sam Fender, Lizzie McAlpine, Zach Bryan, and for that kind of music, it really felt like they were at home, that kind of stripped back, laid back music, vocals all on full display, sounded absolutely pristine. But then when we switched to music where there was a lot more going on, whether it was rock, whether it's dance, the management of the actual sound, like I say, the staging of it was brilliant. You were still able to pick out sounds that were up in your top right, bottom left. You know, the spatial awareness of them, again, was absolutely sensational, but that low end, again, just wasn't quite there for me. Now, this could also be the fact that these are fresh out the box. These kind of things do have to open up a little bit, so do bear that in mind as well. But again, staging, separation, detail, natural sound, all absolutely brilliant. Low end, perhaps not quite there as much as some people would be wanting it though. The overall sound was really crisp and had a lot of control about it, and I actually did find these to be slightly bright leaning, which again isn't something that I'm normally a massive fan of, but they weren't so far that way that it kind of ruined the experience for me. I think that kind of sound normally lends itself to one that can be really exciting and engaging, and that's exactly how I found these headphones. Some will say that with brightness can sometimes come fatigue, and I think if it was a more uncomfortable headphone, that would definitely be a concern. But again, the way these fit for me at least, that didn't seem like it was a problem whatsoever. I found the X2s here to tread the line really well of being engaging without being fatiguing, having that little bit of low end without absolutely blowing my ears off. I often say on the channel, you know, I'm not someone that likes to have the bass absolutely thumping, and that kind of natural crisp vocal sound combined with the staging. It's a really nice overall presentation that Grado have put together here. Overall, I think if you're someone out there that's ever owned or heard Grado headphones before, this kind of staging, this kind of signature is one that you're going to be very, very familiar with. They've got a real level of openness to them that I don't think I've ever really heard in similarly priced Grado headphones before, and they've got a real natural crispness to them as well, which I really enjoyed. Again, that slightly bright leaning sound isn't something that I normally enjoy, and the fact that they're on ear isn't something that I would personally ever go for. I would normally look for something that's a little bit warmer and over ear for myself, but all of this is very much personal preference, as is going to always be the case when it comes to headphones. Not only have you got to find something that you enjoy the sound of, but you've also got to find something that fits your head very well. And I've got to say, again, for an on-ear and for something that was slightly brighter, I really enjoyed my time with the Grados here. If I was going to be going for them, I'd definitely look at changing those pads for the leather ones that can help shape that sound a little bit more and add even more to the levels of comfort. But overall, these are a brilliant headphone, that's without any question. This is the point now, guys, where we are going to be ending off the video. As always, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below, whether you've had a chance yet to have a listen to the X2s or any of the other classic Grado headphones that have recently released. Let me know how you found them in the comment section down below. Again, if you have enjoyed this video, found it useful and informative, I'd really appreciate it if you take the time to leave a thumbs up, and we'll speak to you all in next week's video, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon.